Hey, Lonnie, how are you?
Hey, how are you?
Long time no see. You been doing all right? I guess you know what LPR is?
What's that?
That's license plate readers. That goes through the stoplights and it has pictures of people driving it.
Okay.
Okay, can you answer that?
No.
So you can't answer why you were seen driving it?
No.
So how come you were behind the wheel of that vehicle?
On January 31st, 2025, the Hillsboro Police Department in Highland County, Ohio, responded to a reported stolen vehicle investigation. The owner's truck had disappeared weeks earlier. License plate reader cameras had since placed it in active operation near a local apartment complex. Officer Smith arrived with prior intelligence, multiple witness accounts, LPR imagery, and a specific suspect. What followed raises 4 distinct legal questions. First, whether the Miranda advisement was legally required at the point it was given. Second, whether pre-Miranda inducement language compromised the voluntariness of subsequent admissions. Third, whether the consent-based frisk was constitutionally valid. Fourth, whether probable cause for a felony arrest was ultimately established.
How's it going?
Pretty good. How are you? I guess, are you Josh?
Yeah.
I'm Officer Smith. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I guess, have you spoke with Investigator Miller in reference to this stolen vehicle, I guess?
No. I talked to Jimmy.
Okay, so you talked to James?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's next door.
He's next door?
Yeah, he moved a couple weeks ago.
Okay. Would you mind showing me where this vehicle was, by chance?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like right here. It was right here.
Right here.
Yeah, and then someone came up to his yard and then just stole his car. His truck.
And my father-in-law said he's seen an older guy, skinny, gray hair,
Okay.
and didn't think nothing of it because Jimmy's around my age, so I figured it was his dad.
Right.
So I didn't think nothing of it.
Sounds like an evidence.
I was say, we don't have to stand out here in this rain if you don't want to. I know it's kind of
Let me go over there real quick.
cool outside.
But I ended up, so the truck was gone. Well, then I was getting ready to leave. I noticed his back door open, so I messaged him. I was like, "Hey man, your back door for your basement was open. I went ahead and closed it for you."
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Okay, really appreciate it." And then I didn't think nothing of it. Well, then I was going to message him today to ask him if he had a wrench.
Mm-hmm.
And then he ended up calling me and was like, "Hey, is my truck next door?" I said, "No." He's like, "I don't have it." I was like, "What?" And then he's like, "My sister just messaged me and said she's seen it at Walmart." And I was like, "Oh." So I sent he's like, "Well, let me get off here so I can report it stolen." I was like, "Yeah,
Right.
I would have messaged you way sooner had I known."
So this vehicle, how long ago was this when it? I guess do you have cameras or something that might have caught this?
I do not. I kind of wish I did now. Let's see. I think, I deleted the message when I messaged him. It's been probably for beginning of this month. Yeah,
Beginning of January?
yeah, because there was still snow on the ground.
So I mean, like it wasn't a week ago. It was towards a month ago.
About 2 weeks.
So about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
And since he moved to Default, though, he doesn't come down here that often because he works 10 minutes. He lives 10 minutes away from home now. So
Right.
And he already has a vehicle.
Does he let anybody stay here?
No. The only time people are here is when he's here. Other than that, he comes over. I'll see him. Hey, what's up? But normally nobody ever messes with anything. So when my father-in-law seen that dude, and figured the older guy, maybe his dad.
So this older guy, does he have like any type of descriptors that just sticks out to you?
My father-in-law said he was tall, kind of older, skinny, and gray hair.
Does he know maybe a rough age of what this guy might be? 40, 50, 60?
And he says gray hair. Well, I know.
Yeah, that could be. Of course, I'm 42 and I'm bald. So,
it's a tall, skinny, gray hair. I'd want to bet 40s.
So probably just guessing 40s.
60s.
Definitely not 60s. He
Or
said-
50s, he says.
He didn't say anything because the dude was putting stuff in the back of the truck. So since Jimmy's
Like
moving,
from the house?
Yeah. So Jimmy's moving. So I mean, you're not gonna say anything because
So this guy was like going inside the house, getting stuff out, putting in the back of the
Yeah.
truck. That's a little odd.
so, and since Jimmy moved, I mean, you ain't really gonna second guess it because he's
Like it could
he
be
is
somebody
moved.
helping him out.
Yeah. And that's why I was like, oh, that's probably his dad. But had I known that dude wasn't supposed to drive his truck, I would have came outside and stopped him.
Would you want to go around with me, just because you probably know this place better than I do. I just want to make sure all the doors are secured.
So I didn't lock this door. It's locked.
Locked now?
It's locked now, but this is the one that was open.
Right.
I think that just leads.
And there's locked.
Hey, go over there for me, please. Please. Yeah, we moved over there, and then he said he was moving. That one's locked.
That's locked.
Only other door is the front one.
Front door?
All the windows seem closed.
Yep, that one there's locked.
I don't know if the glass was broke or not. I can't tell if it's locked or not. It's locked.
It's locked. Well, that's interesting. Somebody loading stuff up.
But managed to
What's that go to the truck? Yeah,
for a vehicle.
for a vehicle. I don't know if it's that one or not.
Yeah, see, I just walked up, pulled the door shut,
Right.
but
And that was which door?
the back door,
The back door?
basement door.
Basement. Okay.
But I don't think Jimmy hasn't been back since then. I mean, otherwise he wouldn't have called me about his truck.
Right.
So like we just checked the door, so I don't know how the guy would have got in.
Yeah, that's. So was he carrying stuff out of the back, or was he carrying stuff out of the front?
I would imagine the back, since the back door is open.
See, that's got to be somebody he knows. There's more to this story. And now I'm puzzled.
I'm puzzled because, like I said, I just closed the door. I didn't even, because I was gonna lock it, and then I was like, you know what? I don't know if he's got the key or not. I was like,
Right.
or if the dude was coming back. So I just closed the door and then sent him a message. Hey man, your basement door is unlocked,
Sure.
open. So I went ahead and closed it.
Well, all right then. Well, I do appreciate your time. And if you happen to see anything else, or if you happen to see that vehicle, let us know.
Oh yeah, if that truck pulls up in that driveway again, I'm definitely calling.
Yeah, 'cause I'd like to at least get my hands on it so we can try to figure out what's going on with it. Hey, how are you, sir?
Okay.
So I guess this vehicle, I guess that's supposed to be stolen. Did you happen to see who this guy was?
Yeah, he was kind of like an old man. He was tall, over 6 foot, gray hair, slender.
Was there anything else about him that stood out? Maybe like tattoos, glasses?
He had a jacket on. He didn't have no glasses on.
Okay. Do you have a ball cap?
No, I think he had a hoodie on.
Had a hoodie?
Yeah, he was taking stuff out of the basement and putting it back in the truck, and he took off on the truck. I thought it was his dad or something because the guy didn't seem nervous or anything.
Right.
We went and checked all the doors.
So basically, I mean, this guy, he just walked around to the back, just nonchalant, like he's...
Well, when I seen him, he was taking stuff out of the basement. He acted like he was supposed to be there.
Was during the day, nighttime?
Yeah, during the day.
During the day.
Yeah.
You know how about when this was?
No, I really can't tell you that.
Just roughly, just a ballpark. Would it be 2 weeks ago, a month ago?
It was just last week.
Just last week?
Yeah, when we had all that snow.
Okay.
I knew there was snow on the ground.
So nothing really weird about this guy. I mean, just like he belongs there, or he's supposed to be getting stuff out of there.
Yeah,
I mean, it wasn't.
I thought it was just like his dad.
Right.
Picking stuff up for him or something.
This guy, have you ever seen him here before?
No.
Never seen him?
Never seen him before.
Well,
Do you know what color jacket he had on?
I can't remember now.
He said more like a hoodie.
Yeah, it was kind of like a hoodie. I know he had blue jeans on.
Blue jeans. Did he talk to you or anything?
Just a little bit, because I was taking the dogs out, and the dogs scared him, because they started barking at him.
Did he mention anything?
No.
Okay. What kind of conversation you guys have?
He just said that dogs about to give him a heart attack.
Dogs about to give him a heart
And I
attack.
said,
Okay.
they don't worry about them because they don't bite.
Right.
And that's pretty much it.
Okay. And what's your middle initial, Charles? What did you say? And date of birth? And you got a good telephone number? Okay. All right. Well, that shit about covered. I can't think of anything else.
He got in the truck and he kind of pulled up to, up by the sidewalk, and he got out of the truck again. I don't know where he went from there. And he did sit there. Then he got back in and sat in the truck for a little while before he took off.
Yeah, it's odd. You know, it's just I think, my personal opinion, I think these two know each other. But it's just I guess a matter of trying to find out who the guy is. I think there's a little bit more to the story. I'm not sure what, but
Yeah, like I said, he acted like he's been there before, or he's supposed to be there.
so it's almost like he knew exactly where he was going.
Yeah.
Wasn't like he was going around checking windows or other doors. He went straight.
He was taking stuff out of the basement, putting it back in the truck.
Okay.
Now, what he took out, I didn't pay attention to what he took out of there.
Okay. Well, all right, guys. Well, I do appreciate your time. If you guys would happen to see that truck back in the area, or if you happen to see him back over here, let us know as soon as possible,
Yeah, we'll give you a
because
call.
we just want to be able to find this vehicle and try to find out what's going on. Make sure it's not an accident, miscommunication, if you will. That stuff happens.
Yeah, 'cause I know that truck's his baby.
Oh, yeah.
He's had it since college, is what he told me.
Wow. That's been a minute, hasn't it?
Yeah, because he's roughly my age. In his 30s. Said he had it since college. Paid it off. First vehicle paid off, and sat there and talked about it all the time.
Right. Well, all right, guys. Well, I don't want to keep you out here in the rain. I know it's cool and it's wet, so I'll let you guys get back there where it's dry.
Okay, you have a good day.
All right. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Yep.
The initial contact between Officer Smith and the suspect Lonnie began as a consensual encounter, the least restrictive category of police-citizen contact recognized under the Fourth Amendment. No Fourth Amendment seizure occurs during a consensual encounter. The subject is free to leave, free to refuse questions, and free to close the door. Under the Supreme Court's ruling in Florida v. Bostick from 1991, the defining question is whether a reasonable person would feel free to terminate the encounter and walk away. At the doorway stage of this encounter, that test was arguably satisfied. Officer Smith identified himself, stated his purpose, and did not issue any commands. However, the encounter evolved rapidly. Once the officer disclosed that LPR cameras had captured Lonnie behind the wheel of the reported stolen vehicle, the nature of the contact shifted. At that point, Officer Smith possessed specific articulable facts sufficient to meet the reasonable suspicion threshold established in Terry v. Ohio, decided by the Supreme Court in 1968. Terry permits an officer to briefly detain a person without probable cause to arrest so long as the officer can point to specific articulable facts supporting a suspicion that criminal activity is afoot. LPR data showing a known individual operating a reported stolen vehicle constitutes precisely that kind of articulable fact. The Terry stop was legally justified from this point forward.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's more to this story. Hey, how are you?
I'm the person that called the guy and told him, or she did, because he made a post on Facebook saying his truck was stolen.
Okay.
And yeah, no, the neighbors over there in this building have been driving it for days now.
Okay, do you know what apartment they're in?
I'm not sure, but there's only 2 apartments over there with people in it. One's her cousin, and they're new in the apartments. They drive both of those. That black truck's theirs, but they've been driving that white truck for the last couple of days.
Oh.
They just moved in there within last week and a half.
I recognize that truck. I've stopped that truck before, and he's the one been driving it?
The 2 guys been driving it, and the woman. All 3 of them been driving it.
So there's 3 people in one apartment?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They've got a TV in front of the window, so I couldn't see if anybody
So-
was in it.
So the apartment, so are they upstairs,
The
downstairs?
one with this pink blanket right here? Is that what you're talking about?
I'm not sure. Yeah.
You said something about a blanket being in the window?
All we gotta do is get the 20 off that vehicle over there, and we'll know the guy's name because his name's attached to it. I've stopped that vehicle many times.
Okay, the guy who they think is driving it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the same guy drives that truck, the black truck that's always breaking down everywhere.
Yeah.
That's the same guy driving the white truck.
Okay.
They've been driving it for literally
He's
4 or 5 days.
his plates are out of state,
Okay.
if I remember
I'll go
right.
get the 28 off. That little Ranger right there?
Yeah, I'm gonna go and make sure it's the same one.
With the pink blanket?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Hillsboro Police Department. Hillsboro Police Department. I just need to speak with you for a second.
What?
I said I just need to speak with you for a second. All right, you're going to have to open the door. I can't hardly hear you.
Hello.
How are you?
What do you need?
Hey, Lonnie, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Long time no see. You been doing all right?
Yeah. How are you?
Doing good? Haven't seen you in a while. Everything going all right?
Yeah. I'm retired now.
Retired?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you need?
Well, what can you tell me about this truck out here?
But my black Dodge or black Ford.
No, that white one.
No, that's not mine.
That's not yours?
No.
Okay.
Nope. Not mine.
Okay. Is there anybody else here with you?
She's my girlfriend.
Anybody else?
That's it. And 2 dogs.
2 dogs?
2 yappers.
2 yappers? Okay. Yeah, we're just trying to figure out some stuff with this white truck. I don't know what's...
No, that's not my truck. I seen a guy coming in and out with it.
You saw a guy coming in and out with it?
Yeah, and then he walks across the street over here every once in a while. I see him come back. I've seen him a couple times.
Okay.
But I got an old black Ford. That's all I got. Everything okay or what? I mean, what?
Well, like I said, I'm just trying to figure out how it got over here.
I have no clue. Whose is it?
Well, it's the guy that belongs to here in town. I was hoping that you might be able to help me with some information on that.
I have no clue whose it is.
Okay. Well, I mean, you've been seen driving it.
Not me.
It was you.
Huh?
They positively identified you.
Who did?
I can't tell you that.
Well, I mean, it's wrong.
I'm secure. So that's kind of why I'm here a lot. I'm just trying to give you the option. You know, I can't force you. I can't make you. But if you're willing to work with me.
I'll work with you whatever you need.
Okay. Do you have your Miranda card with you by chance?
I do not know.
Well, are you arresting me?
No. I just got to read some rights to you because That way, I don't want to violate your rights. You know what I mean? Because
Okay.
this is an investigation of a crime. You have one in your truck?
I can retrieve one, yes.
Yeah. I just like doing things the right way. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean you're going to jail.
I don't remember what's your name.
Smith, remember I stopped you up here on the road one time? You had all that stuff in the back of your truck.
Oh, yeah.
Right there by the laundromat?
Yeah.
I'm hoping not to take up too much of your time. Like I said, this stuff is just our policy and procedure. I want to cover, I want to make sure your rights are covered. I want to make sure we're doing things the right way. Since we're investigating something here, we got to make sure we do things the right way. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, we just got moving in here. There's some of our junk right here.
I got you. How long you guys been living here?
We just moved in a week ago.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay. Was you guys? Where was you guys staying at before?
Irving was staying at Porky's house for a little bit.
Who?
At Porky's.
Porky's?
There for a little bit. I just moved back from Indiana.
I remember you telling me that.
Yeah. I just retired from welding and all that.
I got you.
What section, sir?
Okay. Like I said, Lonnie, this is just, more or less formality, if you will. I just want you to make sure that you understand your rights. I want you to understand I'm not trying to violate your rights, okay? Right now, you're not under arrest, okay? But before I ask you, any questions, it is my duty to advise you of your constitutional rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law or other proceedings. You have the right to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions, and to have him or her present with you during questioning. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand these constitutional rights that I have advised you of?
Yes, sir.
All right. Fair enough. There's that back. Thank you. So, yeah, like I said, this truck, Lonnie, I'm still trying to figure out, a little bit about it. But like I said, you were seen driving it. So.
Wasn't me driving that truck.
Okay. Are you aware we have LPR up here? I guess you know what LPR is?
What's that?
That's license plate readers. That goes through the stoplights and it has pictures of people driving it.
Okay.
Okay. Can you answer that?
No.
So you can't answer why you were seen driving it?
No.
So how come you were behind the wheel of that vehicle?
Okay. Can I talk to you in private?
Sure. What, you don't want her here?
Not really. It's just me and you.
Well, I mean, I can have her to stand away, but it's just for officer safety, because I don't really know you. You don't really know me. You know what I mean? Do you have anything on you, Lonnie, that I should know about? You don't mind if I check you, do you?
No, nothing.
Okay. You don't mind if I check? I just want to make sure make sure you don't have no guns and knives. I don't want to get shot. I don't want to get stabbed. You know what I mean? Okay. You don't mind if I reach in here and pull up what you got in your pockets, do you? You don't care, do you?
I don't even know what's in there.
Okay. You don't mind?
I don't mind.
Okay.
All right, let me know where you go.
That's good. I want that.
You want all that stuff?
Yep. Will do.
We're not going to take no money, nothing like that, Lonnie.
Right on.
Is all your stuff over here too?
Yeah.
I'm going to take this knife out of your pocket.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, I don't want to get stabbed, buddy. You know what I mean?
Right, you can get stabbed by me.
You mind just turn a little bit for me? Just turn this way. There you go.
I got
Yep, keep your hands in your pockets for me. Once we get this done, if you want to talk to me, absolutely. I don't intend to keep anything that does not belong to me. You know what I mean?
all right.
You need your spectacles?
Yes, I do. I want to see.
Yeah, if you want to see what's going on, huh?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to pull your pants down, buddy.
I know you ain't. They just keep falling down anyway.
Just this old zipper's not wanting to cooperate with me.
So anything in there? Nothing in there, I don't think.
Maybe it's one of them zippers that just don't want to work, huh?
This here pocket's got a big old hole in it.
Do they?
Yeah, so it might be
Okay.
something might change or something.
Okay. I'm not gay or anything, but I'm also going to check up underneath here because things can be hidden. You know what I mean? I'm just here for. I want to make sure that I'm safe doing what I'm doing. Okay. I think you're good, man. You can have everything right here except your pocket knife. I don't want you having that right now.
Right on.
Did you check that?
Yep.
Okay. You go ahead and put all your stuff back in your pocket.
Before Miranda was administered, the officer made statements to the effect that Lonnie's cooperation could affect whether he went to jail and that the officer would work with him if Lonnie worked with the officer. These statements were made during the investigative phase before any formal arrest and before the Fifth Amendment advisement. This sequencing creates a significant legal problem. The Fifth Amendment prohibits compelled self-incrimination. Under Miranda v. Arizona, 384 United States 436 decided, in 1966, warnings are constitutionally required before custodial interrogation. But the admissibility of statements depends not only on whether Miranda was given it, depends on whether the waiver was truly voluntary. In Colorado v. Connolly, 479 United States 157 from 1986, the Supreme Court held that the government's coercion is the central inquiry in any voluntariness analysis. When an officer suggests before Miranda that cooperation will yield leniency, courts examine whether that suggestion functioned as an implicit promise that induced the subsequent waiver. The Supreme Court addressed a related concern in Missouri v. Seibert, 542 United States 600 from 2004, which condemned the deliberate withholding of Miranda to extract a first confession, before then Mirandizing and reobtaining the same statements. The Seibert framework does not apply in identical form here because Miranda was given before the formal arrest, not after a prior unwarned admission. However, the underlying concern is the same whether a defendant's post-Miranda statements were the product of free choice or were shaped by pre-Miranda promises made by the interrogating officer. A defense attorney handling this case would file a motion to suppress under the Fifth Amendment, arguing that Lonnie's admissions were not the product of a voluntary knowing and intelligent waiver, but rather the product of a conditional expectation of leniency created by the officer's language before the rights advisement was ever given. That motion has a viable legal basis in this footage. Officer Smith administered Miranda at approximately 19 minutes and 26 seconds into the encounter. He explicitly stated that Lonnie was not under arrest before doing so. This statement raises a foundational Miranda question. Under Berkemer v. McCarty, 468 United States 420 decided in 1984. The Supreme Court held that a routine investigative stop, even one involving questioning, does not constitute custody for Miranda purposes unless the circumstances would lead a reasonable person to believe they were under arrest. Custody under Miranda is not determined by what the officer privately intends. It is determined by the objective circumstances as experienced by the reasonable person in the suspect's position. At the point Officer Smith gave Miranda, the encounter had moved beyond casual conversation. The officer had disclosed LPR evidence referenced positive witness identification and was conducting a frisk. A reasonable person in Lonnie's position, having been confronted with surveillance evidence and subjected to a physical search, would not have felt free to simply walk away. This suggests the encounter may have crossed into de facto custody before Miranda was formally given, which actually validates the officer's decision to Mirandize at that moment. The officer's choice to give Miranda warnings before he was legally certain they were required reflects sound legal judgment. It eliminated the argument that custodial interrogation occurred without warnings. Miranda warnings administered prophylactically before the legal threshold of custody is definitively crossed protect admissibility at every stage. This was the right call, procedurally speaking. Following Miranda, Officer Smith requested consent to conduct a frisk for weapons. Lonnie verbally agreed and stated he had nothing on him. A pocket knife was located. The officer retained it for the duration of the encounter and returned all other personal property. This was a consent-based frisk, not a Terry weapons search. The legal distinction matters. A Terry frisk requires the officer to independently possess reasonable suspicion that the specific individual is armed and presently dangerous. A consent-based frisk under Schneckloth versus Bustamonte 412 United States 218 from 1973 requires only that the consent be freely and voluntarily given. Voluntariness is assessed under the totality of the circumstances. Courts look at whether the person was threatened, whether they were in custody, and whether they understood they could refuse. The officer did not threaten Lonnie. He explained his safety concern and asked a direct question. Nothing in the footage indicates the consent was coerced. The frisk was constitutionally valid. However, one nuance applies. Lonnie had just been Mirandized and told he was not under arrest in a setting where the objective circumstances may have already established de facto custody. A court could examine whether the consent was truly voluntary in those circumstances, or whether Lonnie believed that compliance was expected. This is a secondary argument, not a primary one, but it illustrates why officers benefit from establishing clearer voluntary consent earlier in the encounter before the atmosphere of investigation becomes more accusatory.
Take your time. We're not in any rush. We're not in a foot race. I'm just going to have her to hang on to this right now, okay, Lonnie? It's not that I don't trust you, but sometimes people do things they don't really mean to. You know what I mean? So, I mean, she's going to kind of be here because she's my safety. All right.
That truck, this dude across the way was driving it. He was wanting to sell it, and I did drive it up to Moto and get cigarettes.
Okay.
And stuff. And he was wanting to sell it to me, so he let me drive it for a couple days. Just a little here and there.
Right.
He said the tags are expired. So
he said what?
The tags are expired on it.
The tags are expired.
That's what he was telling me.
Okay.
So that's why I went up there a couple times and back.
Okay. When's the last time you drove it?
Today.
Today? Yeah. What time, if you don't mind me asking?
I don't remember. This evening. Later.
Was it daylight? Was it dark?
It was daylight.
Daylight still?
Yeah.
Okay, but it was this evening?
Yeah.
So you were the last one to park it there in that place?
I don't know.
According to your knowledge?
According to my knowledge, probably so.
Probably so, or
probably.
Okay, let me ask you this.
I don't know.
Let me ask you this. When you drove from Moto, you came back, did you park it over here?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's parked right beside your truck?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. Okay, so at least we're on the same page now.
Yeah.
I do appreciate you getting honest with me, but I don't appreciate you lying to me to begin with. You know.
I'm sorry I did that.
Okay.
I mean, I wasn't really.
Just nervous.
Yeah.
Okay. As far as you, Lonnie, have you ever, you have any history with stealing, thefts, burglaries?
Not no vehicles.
You have issues anywhere else with any other types of thefts or burglaries?
Not really, no.
What do you mean, not really?
I mean, I got shoplifting once when I was in Springfield. Whenever my girlfriend's son was in hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And I shoplifted a little bit because he was hungry.
Well, I can understand that. You know, hey, a man's got to eat, don't they?
I got arrested because, they caught me.
Okay. Well, I guess, was it a local agency, sheriff's office?
Springfield, city of Springfield, I think.
Okay. How long ago was that?
Well, a long time ago.
What's a long time ago? I mean, 2 years ago?
15, 20 years maybe.
So that's been that long ago?
It's been quite a while.
Gotcha. Okay. So this truck, so you said, who was wanting to sell that to you?
This dude across the street, I guess it's that rehab or something over here.
What's his name?
I don't know what his name is.
So you were buy a truck from a guy that you don't know who he is?
As big as you are.
White guy, black guy,
White
Mexican?
Dude. It's a white dude.
Or Hispanic, pardon my French?
That's a white dude.
Okay. So it's a white dude. So how long have you known him?
I don't.
You don't know him?
No.
So you don't know him. You don't know what his name is. You don't know anything about the truck, and you were just going to buy a truck from him?
I was going out. I never gave him no money or anything. You know,
How did he know that you were going to be faithful and bring it back?
he parked over here and he was walking across. Started talking. He started talking to him, you know, what he said.
Okay, so he's a white guy. He's my build.
He's kind of a little heavier set.
More heavier set?
Yeah.
Do you know where he... So he lives at the rehab
I'm
place
not
over
sure
here?
if he lives there or not, but that's...
So now we're not sure if he does live there.
That's the direction he came from, and he went back towards. I don't know if he went in that door or went in this door or where he went.
Right.
Because the building's right there in between us. I couldn't see, you know what I mean? I couldn't see the house where, if he went in the house or what.
So you couldn't tell if he went in to the back door, through a basement window, or if he rode a magic carpet to the top. We're not for sure where he went.
If he got in a vehicle or not.
Right. Okay. Okay. What about Jimmy Frizzo? How do you know him?
I don't know him.
You don't know Jimmy Frizzo?
Rizzo.
Well, that's his truck.
Well, I don't know him. I couldn't tell you what he would look like.
So you have somebody else's truck that's not yours?
I don't have nobody's truck. That's not in my possession. It wasn't my truck.
Actually, it is.
Why is it in my possession?
You were the last person that drove it. And
So it's
you...
supposed to be in my possession.
Hold on. With the intent, you were going to purchase this vehicle.
I was going to. I didn't know it was stolen.
Whose responsibility is that?
I suppose it's mine, but I didn't buy it.
Correct.
I was going to buy it. I really was going to buy it.
Well, right now, Lonnie, I'm going to be honest with you. You know, I can't say that you stole the vehicle, but you're in possession of a stolen vehicle. So it kind of raises a problem. You see where I'm coming from? So there's some stuff we need to talk about.
Especially
I
if
see
you don't know
what
the
you're
guy
saying.
who gave it to you.
Right. So we don't know the guy, who even give it to you.
Can't seem to tell.
So there's some stuff we need to discuss. You follow me?
Right.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to place you under arrest right now.
He admitted to driving the stolen truck multiple times over the preceding 4 to 5 days, including on the day of the investigation. He stated that an unidentified male, a person he could not name whose identity he did not know, had approached him and offered to sell him the vehicle. Lonnie further stated that the seller had told him the registration tags were expired, and that despite having no title documentation and no knowledge of the seller's identity, he had agreed to test drive it for several days. These admissions directly establish the elements of the charged offense under Ohio Revised Code Section 2913, 51, receiving stolen property. That statute prohibits receiving, retaining, or disposing of property of another knowing or having reasonable cause to believe the property was obtained through theft. When the property is a motor vehicle, the offense is automatically elevated to a felony of the 4th degree, regardless of the vehicle's value. This is codified at Ohio Revised Code Section 2913, 51 Subdivision C. The key legal element here is not actual knowledge, it is reasonable cause to believe. An objective standard applies. The question is not what Lonnie subjectively thought, but what a reasonable person in his position should have concluded. An unidentified seller, no title documentation expired out-of-state registration, and a vehicle offered informally on the street, these circumstances collectively meet the reasonable cause to believe standard as a matter of law. The best available defense for Lonnie is the affirmative defense provision under Ohio Revised Code Section 2913, 03 Unauthorized Use of a Vehicle, which provides that it is an affirmative defense that the actor, though mistaken, reasonably believed they were authorized to use the property. This defense shifts the legal frame from receiving stolen property under 291351 to a lesser first-degree misdemeanor. However, the totality of the circumstances makes this argument difficult to sustain. The combination of 5 days of possession, no attempt to verify ownership, and Lonnie's own awareness that the tags were expired would make a jury skeptical of a good faith belief defense.
Okay, listen, hey, look, listen to me. Listen to me. I'm going to place you under arrest right now. We're going to go over to that PD. We're going to go in that room. I'm going to give you one opportunity, and we're going to get right.
Okay.
If you're not going to get right with me, I'm going to take your ass. We're going to go in that room. I'm going to give you one opportunity, and we're going to get right.
Okay.
If you're not going to get right with me, I'm going to take your ass over at that jailhouse, and I'm going to be done with you. Do I make myself clear?
I got you.
So you're going to be straight with me?
Yeah, can I get my coat and shoes?
Now I want to know who else is in this house.
My girlfriend, Candy.
What about the other white male that stays here?
There's nobody else stays here.
There's another guy that stays here.
No, that ain't.
Or has been a male here. Who's that?
Me and my girlfriend just moved in here. Is it?
There's two guys that stays here, and that's already been confirmed. Or another guy who's been in and out of here. No one else.
Wade Osborne's been over here to visit.
Who?
Osborne.
Hosburn. Lee?
No.
You said Lee?
Wade Osborne?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Or Brian.
Okay, okay. Brian Osborne. What's his nickname?
I don't know he had one.
Yeah, he's got a nickname. I
You
can't
might
remember
get
what
my
it is.
coat and some shoes.
Absolutely. I'm going to go inside with you,
That's
okay,
fine.
because you are under arrest. I can't let you out of my sight.
Okay.
Like, before we go in there, Lonnie, is there any weapons, guns that I need to know
No,
about?
sir.
Okay.
No.
Don't do anything stupid,
I'm not.
Okay.
I swear I won't.
because if you do something stupid, I'm going to tell you, just listen. I'm not threatening you, but I'm telling you, if you do something stupid, you're going to wind up getting tased.
Right.
So let's don't do it. Please don't make me do that.
I promise I ain't
Okay.
gonna do nothing.
Now, before, whoa. The dogs inside, do they bite?
No.
What kind of dogs are they?
Little
Just
dog.
dog.
Just little dogs?
Yeah.
Okay. So who's it? You said your wife?
My girlfriend.
Girlfriend? What's her name?
Candy.
Okay.
Yeah. All you police.
Mind reader. I'm just really good.
Yeah. See, we know a lot of stuff before we ever come over here, Lonnie.
Yeah.
Just hold right here. Stop right there.
Oh, can I? What about my dog? Can I call somebody or something?
I'll let you call somebody here in a second.
Can I get my phone?
Where is that?
She's going to jail too. She's got a warrant for her arrest. And we're going to let her make some phone calls for the dogs. Okay. We are not the mean people. Okay. As long as you're respectful to us, we're going to be respectful to you. You know what I mean?
Hey, Candy, can I get Wayne Constable? Hey, get back in there.
Come on, back in there.
Little girl.
She looks like an old dog.
Yeah, she is.
How old is she?
I'm not really sure. 10 or 11, maybe.
As far as you, Lonnie, are you doing okay? Just checking on you.
I'm not in very good health, actually.
What do you mean not in good health?
And,
You got medication?
inhaler.
Is that something you take all the time?
Not all the time, but
Is that something that you need? Yes or
I
no?
can't. Yeah, I'd like to have one.
Okay. Where's it at?
I'm not sure.
Well, there's not much she can do because she's in handcuffs.
I don't need it.
So you don't need it?
I shouldn't.
Okay. What kind of health problems do you have, just so I'm aware of it?
My ticker ain't working real good.
Okay. Do you take medication for that?
I'm supposed to go see a specialist.
Okay.
It's okay, boo. I'll be back, baby. I'll be back, okay? I had to be back. Can I get a coat?
Nope. I'll try to make it quick and we'll just go straight to the car.
Oh,
It
I need
might
my
make it
car.
more-
I need the house key to lock the door.
Where's that at?
We don't have
In
one
that
here.
bag.
In that bag?
Yeah.
Was it attached to that keys?
It's attached to a little cup, like a drinking cup.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just stand out here with him real quick.
Okay.
I'll grab it.
All
I'm not
right.
searched for yet.
Okay. So she has not searched you
I
yet.
missed court.
Oh, would you have cord on?
Oh.
Oh, there. Come here.
You said it's attached to a cup? And
It's like a little.
Little parts.
It's not. Come on, baby. They're just freaking.
Yeah, they're nervous.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
I'm gonna hold the door, keeping.
It's a little. The cup's that big. You know, it's
okay,
just like a
it's
little.
a small cup.
A keychain.
I'm gonna shut this screen door, Cass. If you won't leave that big door open.
Yeah, it's a keychain.
So, what'd you miss cord on?
It was a pay or appear.
Because
I
traffic
guess.
ticket or something?
No, this is from a long time ago.
Pay or appear.
back. Yeah, I have a fine up there, and if you don't pay on the
Was it
pay
misdemeanor, or was it just a regular ticket, or what was it on your pay or appear?
It's just a big fine I have. Yeah.
I guess I should say what exactly
I
was
got
the.
I got in some trouble a while back, and because I was driving my car with no. You got to use the key. That's why I needed the key. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. You got to pull in the door as you turn it. But anyways, I didn't have no insurance, and I got in trouble like 3 times for that. So they took the plates off my car and and all that.
I'm gonna walk you right here.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, Lonnie, just follow them. However, she's not going to be going to the same place me and you are.
Okay.
We're going to go, like I said, we're going to go to the police department, okay?
All right. What? No, I don't. I don't know where it's at.
Hillsboro. Whenever you get a minute, if you call the next tow for this vehicle, that way we can put it in impound and yeah, I'll scratch out a minute. I would offer you front seat ride, man, but I got everything under the sun in my front seat.
Officer Smith receives a B+. His preliminary investigation was methodical and legally sound. Multiple witness contacts and LPR data established genuine reasonable suspicion before any approach was made. The decision to administer Miranda prophylactically before formal arrest and before the custody threshold was definitively crossed reflects a sophisticated understanding of the admissibility framework. The consent-based frisk was handled professionally. Purpose explained, consent obtained, property returned. No force was used at any point during a 35-minute encounter. The grade is reduced from an A because the pre-Miranda inducement language telling a suspect that cooperation might keep him out of jail before administering Miranda created an unnecessary voluntariness vulnerability that a competent defense attorney will exploit. An officer who has already built a solid evidentiary foundation does not need to rely on leniency suggestions. That language is the primary suppression target in this case. It was avoidable. The correct approach is to give Miranda first, then let the evidence speak. Lonnie receives a B-. His conduct throughout the physical encounter was fully compliant and nonviolent, a relevant factor under Graham v. Connor when evaluating any officer response to resistance or the absence thereof. He cooperated with the frisk, complied with the arrest, and raised no legal objections. From a practical standpoint, his non-confrontational demeanor prevented escalation. However, his legal choices after Miranda substantially damaged his own position. The Fifth Amendment right to silence is not a passive protection. It must be affirmatively invoked to function as a shield. Lonnie waived that right and proceeded to provide a full, detailed account that established every element the prosecution needed for a fourth-degree felony charge. Beyond that, his initial false denial stating he had no knowledge of the truck before changing his account is now captured on Bodycam and will be used to challenge his credibility before any jury. The grade is not lower because Lonnie's cooperation, while legally costly to himself, reflected genuine candor once he chose to speak, and that candor is a mitigating factor in any sentencing analysis. The Hillsboro Police Department receives a B as an institution. The deployment of license plate reader infrastructure was the operational foundation of this entire case. Without LPR data, there was no identified suspect, no probable cause predicate, and no basis for the arrest that followed. That investment in technology produced a direct documented result. The grade is not higher because Officer Smith conducted this arrest solo without a backup officer present during the initial approach to the suspect apartment. An active stolen vehicle investigation involving an unknown additional subject referenced by witnesses, a person described as living in the same complex and potentially still in the area, is precisely the scenario where officer safety doctrine calls for a backup presence before contact. The absence of a partner created unnecessary tactical risk that no amount of good cooperation from the suspect can retroactively eliminate. Additionally, departmental training that specifically addresses pre-Miranda inducement language would reduce the legal exposure seen in this footage. This is a systemic gap, not an individual failure. 3 lessons emerge from this encounter for law enforcement practice. First, the sequence of Miranda relative to investigative statements is more important than its mere presence. Giving Miranda is not a safe harbor if the suspect's willingness to talk was shaped by leniency suggestions made before the warnings were given. Lead with Miranda. Then investigate. Second, consent-based frisks provide stronger Fourth Amendment protection than compelled Terry searches in situations where the officer's suspicion of a specific weapon threat is not clearly articulable. An officer who asks and receives genuine consent does not need to satisfy the armed and dangerous prong of Terry. Consent documentation, even just clearly captured on Bodycam, closes that argument entirely. Third, under Ohio Revised Code Section 29-1351, possession of a stolen motor vehicle is a fourth-degree felony regardless of value. The upgrade applies the moment a motor vehicle is involved. This means any suspect who drives or retains a vehicle under suspicious circumstances faces felony exposure without any additional aggravating factors. The statute is strict and courts have applied it broadly. At the time of this analysis, no court records or public documents have been located confirming the final disposition of this case. The outcome remains unknown. Based on the legal framework applied here, the prosecution's evidentiary position is strong. LPR, data, multiple corroborating witnesses, and Lonnie's own post-Miranda admissions collectively satisfy. The probable cause standard under Illinois v. Gates 462 United States 213 from 1983, which evaluates probable cause under the totality of the circumstances. The defense's most viable path is a suppression motion targeting the voluntariness of the post-Miranda statements in light of the pre-Miranda inducement language. If that motion succeeds, the case changes substantially. If it fails, the admissions on their own, combined with the LPR record, provide a documentary foundation that is difficult to rebut at trial. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic that you would like us to discuss in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more content on police court interactions.